Hello friends and welcome. It's July 22nd and on today's podcast I'll be going over some more JFK Jr. information that was sent to me. Also, another Nexium cult, but this time on a larger scale and a more vicious scenario. And more information on these comedians that are coming out as pedophiles. 4chan is taking it to them, and we're going to go over it on today's True Reporting. Hey friends, how's it going? On this Sunday morning, it is about 11:15 on the East Coast, and I'm fired up. I'm fired up for multiple reasons, on multiple levels. So let's go ahead and hop into this. This is True Reporting. So, like I said, we're going to go into this JFK Jr. stuff. I see more stuff coming out about it. Some of this you've probably already seen, but there's a lot more to it. So we see here the similarities between Carolyn, these two Carolyns right here. Obviously the same smile, same nose, same ears. I've gone over that. It's just I want to keep bringing this to everyone's attention. I'm telling you, this is being put out on purpose. This is being leaked on purpose. This isn't a coincidence that somebody just found these two people right here and right here in the middle of a Trump rally. These people are continuously seen at these Trump rallies, and it is on purpose that it is on the internet. I want to reiterate that. We see more pictures of this gentleman right here. Obviously, the same, for Pennsylvania. We see him, he's wearing the fedora, he's got the glasses, the long hair, the 5 o'clock shadow. He's driving around the Trumpmobile, and, he's seen it a lot of Trump rallies. And it's, a lot of people are noticing it, and they're putting it out there, and I think they're doing it on purpose. Justice is coming, QAnon. Here we see a young John F. Kennedy Jr., and this is at his father's funeral, it looks like. And he is out there. Here he is. Here's a close-up again of this gentleman right here. This is at his Trump vehicle in Pennsylvania. And a big supporter of Donald Trump, Vincent Fusca of Pittsburgh, made the Trumpmobile in his honor. So here is the picture of him. You can take a look at that. You can tell that this man, if you cut the guy's hair, take off the glasses and the stupid fedora, he's an attractive gentleman, much like John F. Kennedy Jr., but just 20 years later. So just showing you this stuff. Here we see them again. And they're right here beside each other, standing beside each other. We've seen pictures where they're apart. Lady with a big smile and jewelry standing next to a strange guy, 7/25/17. Youngstown Hall, live President Trump rally in Youngstown, Ohio. So this is Ohio. We've seen him in Pennsylvania. So this is being leaked on purpose, guys. So right here, a Q post. We're going to look at it. This is an older one from June 26th. Desperate agencies do stupid things. Dead cat bounce. Panic is good. Panic is right. Here's the key right here. July 2018. The month the world discovered the truth. Conspiracy no more. Time to feed. So right in on it, right? February 2nd, rest in peace, Mr. President JFK. Prayer, we the people, prayer said every single day in the Oval Office. JFK secret societies, where we go one, we go all. This is even back in February talking about JFK. It's always JFK. Servers we know about and their potential implication. So let's check it, right? DNC server. Files transferred by Seth Rich to Julian Assange. The server the Russians hacked. Proof the DNC worked to ensure Sanders would never get the nomination, but he was still a cuck and backed down to Hillary Clinton. I lost all respect for that man. Caused Debbie Wasserman Schultz to step down. Caused DNC to lose a class action lawsuit for Bernie Sanders. Investigated by CrowdStrike. House Democratic Caucus server. The server, managed by Imran Awan, contains emails of DNC congressmen used to communicate and send classified information in the United States to state secrets to Pakistan. Status: stolen by Awan and is missing. Clinton private email server owned by Clinton located inside her home, used to divert traffic from her state email address to avoid FOIA. Contained emails with classified information. BlackBerry devices that had been used to access the server were destroyed with hammers. 33,000 emails deleted using BleachBit, never to be seen by authorities. Many foreign powers may have hacked. Gmail server in North Korea. Drops which indicate that there is a private Gmail server in North Korea. This corresponds with the fact that North Korea was owned by the CIA and the cabal until 45. Trump. This server was set up by Eric Schmidt himself of Google. Letter sent to Trump from North Korea looks and position like Gmail logo without the red M indicating a transfer of those emails to Trump administration / Q team. So, a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I know I'm going quick, but because I have so much information for today, I'm having computer problems, I'm having email problems, and it stinks. I'm just fired up, man. So, right here we see, why is there so much hysteria over Trump meeting with Putin? Because he just met and did a deal with the last boogeyman of the West. No one left to blame for the deep state. Absolutely. So we see him meeting with Putin with Russia, Kim Jong-un, and President Xi of China, I believe. And, what else are they going to point the finger at? It's always projection, everybody. Always. So we see this. It's been a while. July 4th, we are on about 18 days. So what if Q doesn't post anymore? The movement has begun. What Q started will be finished. The boards are worldwide. The boards are worldwide with millions following. So many great anons out there that will continue no matter what. Have faith in yourselves and trust in one another. Absolutely. It's a battle of good versus evil, as it has been for centuries. From darkness came light, and let the light shine bright. I pray for each and every one of you that you find inner strength to continue with the fight. Where we go one, we go all. Absolutely the case. So let's check here. From Global Magazine, my mother gets them monthly. This is from an anon. Certainly not the most credible magazine, but who knows, page 2. When I look at these magazines like, let's say, Glow Magazine and The Acquirer, I see stuff that has been proven on the chance, proven through Q. I see them when I go to get my groceries, and I look at it, I said, oh my God, that's not going to be seen in the, New York Post or the, Washington Journal. We're not going to see this. It's going to be on here and put on. It's like a mind game. Like they put these things on things that aren't credible. They don't have a lot of credibility, just to skew things. It's very strange. So page 2, the bodies were taken to the local county medical examiner's office. Kennedy Klan members immediately forbid officials from photographing JFK Jr.'s body. That could be so. Officials granted their request, even though photographic documentation of post-mortems is considered standard procedure. Very strange. So the decision represented an enormous breach of protocol. Absolutely. According to Dr. Edmund Donahue, then president of the National Association of Medical Examiners and chief medical examiner of Cook County III, such photographs are very routine, said Donahue at the time, noting his office photographed every autopsy for identification purposes and to document injuries in case questions arose later. But after a quick 4-hour autopsy, all 3 bodies were rushed to Doan Beale and Ames Funeral Home in Hyannis, Massachusetts, which had served the Kennedy family for decades and quickly cremated. On July 22nd, the victims' ashes were scattered at sea off Martha's Vineyard, less than 24 hours after their recovery. That is unheard of, everyone. This is a cover-up. They're both still alive. Their pets are still alive. And I'm pumped up about it. So I've gone over this. Video 2, Q reports timeline and events. So we've gone through all this. July, AI investigation. Sessions, Trump meet with Queen and Putin. Great Awakening. That is in August. The Great Awakening, the social Great Awakening, the conscious Great Awakening. Server contents released to the public, September. Indictments unsealed, grand juries, big arrests, October. Session starts prosecutions, treason charges at the end of the month, November. Military parade is cover for D.C. on lockdown and tribunals. In December, trials wrap up. I've gone over that one time before. And that is it for that block. So let's go to the next one, which will be, let's go over the comedians real quick. The comedians being outed, right? So I know all you guys are seeing this stuff on Twitter. So am I. I actually were fans of these people. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I'm really big into stand-up comedy, and I love a lot of the alternative comedy. Not so much anymore, not just because of this, but because of other reasons. So we see here Michael Ian Black, and he has all of these Twitter, you can't see them right now, but there are all these Twitter posts that correlate with pedophilia very strongly. It's very, very strange, and he is one of the culprits out there of this alternative comedy. Patton Oswalt, Sarah Silverman, many others that are coming out right now that defended that James Gunn gentleman, who was, I guess, director of Guardians of the Galaxy. I did a podcast over that. May have been the last one I put out. But they're all defending this person. It's very strange. Like so, Patton Oswalt, the angry at tweets from my hammer toad followers opened my eyes. Pedophobe. Shaming hurts us all. I am a proud pedophile. This is from the July of 2013. He is right alongside with, close friends with Michael Ian Black, with Sarah Silverman, with many others that are coming forward defending James Gunn. Anti-Trump liberal Patton Oswalt promoted pedophilia bigotry. Those who scream the loudest are the culprits, right? They're the ones we should be focusing on. That is from Goldwater. So now we see Sarah Silverman, and it says, stand the F down. And this was on one of the Chans, may have been a Chan. So she says, this is all speculation on this. I'm not sure if this is real, but could be. They are attacking people that she runs in the same circles with. She says, you think this is some sort of game? Do you not understand that you are effing with people's livelihoods here? Oh, really? We're messing with a pedophile? That's supposed to be bad? Shouldn't you be outing this person, you dunce? These are real people's lives we're talking about. This is wrong on so many levels. You all think you are so big and tough hiding behind a screen. You worthless, redneck, racist, inbred pieces of S. You have no idea who and what you're up against. Yeah, we do actually. We're very aware of it. Let me make something resoundingly clear to this cesspool and its inhabitants. You are not all as anonymous as you think you are. Far from it. What you're doing is tantamount to terrorism, and trust me, there will be serious repercussions. That is all I have to say. So that is speculation. I do not know if it's real. This is another Michael Ian Black. I am a creepy pedophile, and I write children's book for Simon & Schuster. That is true. He really does do that. And it is what it is. What are we going to do? We have to out these people. So, again, Patton Oswalt, part of that alternative comedy scene. Patton Oswalt supports NAMBLA, an organization who meets to discuss child porn, pro-pedophilia legislations, and how to rape your children without feeling guilt or consequence. Patton Oswalt tweets, let NAMBLA members F anyone they want. I am so crazy for wanting my kid to grow up in a safer world. August 17th, 2013. That was only about 10 days after that first tweet I just showed you. So, right, this is the same thing. Daily reminder, no one is scared of HollyWood. Keck. This is an anonymous talking back to the supposedly the speculative person, Sarah Silverman. So they're saying they're not scared of HollyWood, right? Mike Cernovic posted, I do not know if I trust Mike Cernovic just because he's under the same label as Jerome Corsi and Alex Jones. He works for them, so I'm still staggering the fence with this gentleman. Mike Cernovic says, I have a database of over 100 verified HollyWood liberals with child rape jokes More on the way. And yeah, if he does, then send it out, and I guess we'll just go over it, right? So here we go. This shocked me, everybody. So I was a fan of this show. I watched probably the first 3 or 4 seasons. Then I just got busy and just got rid of it, you know. So it says, does this symbolize satanic ritual, child abuse, and or child sacrifice, and or child cannibalism? People love American Horror Story. This is the marketing for season 8. What do you see here, and what does not ring right? Is it the image of an infant being touched by a demonic hand? Why is a child here? Why now? Timing? Is public standing up against pedophilia and child sacrifice? Are they, the cabal, trying to normalize child abuse and human sacrifices? Why are they afraid that the public will rise up and stop this? What will happen to the cabal then? You decide. And we zoom in on this, and it's very disturbing. You can see the outline. I know it's a little blurry, but that's what happens when I email some of my stuff to my computer. So look at that. I mean, God, it just ties right into everything. There's no more coincidences. These people are gross. And I like this idea. I'll set it up if you guys want me to. Pedophile removal machine. Toss them in, chunk them out. That's what I want to see. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. So let me show you this. We're talking about the whole pedophilia stuff right here. Let me show you this. This is very interesting to me. So we see here, this is from 10/22/2017. Ex-Antifa with a pedo push warning, anonymous. Okay. Ex-Antifa checking in. White genocide is real, but I'm not here to warn you about that. I've come from Berkeley area and I've joined an Antifa meeting as a leftist spick. I've been paid cash to protest. They know about this site. I've been paid to shill here. And this is only the beginning. I am sorry for the BBC threats, but I plan to make up for it. What they have planned sicken me to my stomach. There's going to be a mainstream push sometime in 2018 for the normalization of pedophilia. What are we seeing in schools? We're seeing transgender people teaching kids about transgender. I'm seeing stuff on my son's YouTube Kids about this kind of stuff. I'm seeing it all over the place, and we're seeing it now in HollyWood. We're seeing it on Netflix, on Hulu, everywhere. It is everywhere. And he's saying this back in 2017, saying sometime in 2018, they're pushing for the normalization of pedophilia. They will play it as a choice movement. The push will be first normalizing young teenage boys and adult women, then teenage girls with 20-something-year-old men, then my body, my choice. I've seen this. I've seen people marching for this. My body, my choice. They are protesting it. They're for it. Sexual empowerment. That all comes from children choosing their sex. Why not sexual partners? The kids will be pushing this and not the adults. The push is planned for minority areas. The media doesn't want to take away rights of minority teenage boys and girls who want to engage in sexual liberation with adults. The media will shine a good light and even have debates where they defend the children. When this happens, the counterfight needs to be relentless. I haven't thought of anything else to say at the moment, so I will stick around and ask any questions you have. This is from last year, a year and a half ago. Sickening, isn't it? It's all planned. It's all planned. Okay, so with that being said, let's go into this real quick. So we're all familiar with Nexium, right? I've done 2 podcasts over this. Serial Brain's gone over it. Serial Brain 2's gone over it. And so is Neon Revolt. A lot of people have covered it. So we need to look into, I guess this is Sanctium. SNCTM in HollyWood is used as a front for kitty diddling and worldwide human smuggling. Please look into SNCTM. I was hesitant to post about Sanctium, but please look into them. I don't care if I am killed. Sanctium, Sanctium, Sanctium. Alright, so let's look. More codes will follow. You are your own army and of course do not have to use them, but some of you may find them useful. Every name will follow soon. If interest truly brings down this pedo cabal for real, work every name. Still think I'm effing around? PRPE, Kristen Miller, President, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Boomerang greenlights sexualized content for children. The PR. Ted Sarandos, Chief Content Officer, Netflix, greenlights and develops sexualized content for children, puts it on the air, lobbies for it to win Emmys, ignores legal and public initiatives to have it removed. The PRPE, Susan Rice, aboard of the director members of Netflix. Prestige adding ties pedophilia in the Democratic Party and their resources and connections to Netflix asset deck in return for the network permitting same to use them as propaganda platform. This is essentially a prep base for pedophilia and to be protected by a future D-backed Democrat-backed bill of legislation. Possible connection from this tier of people to children vanishing at the border and intense unusual democratic interest in these children. Note, I am a Democrat, but all in all, the cabal must fall. End of part 2. Let's continue on. This guy knows his S. Keep on posting. I'm not too in tune that much since I'm retired, but yep, this guy is a legit source. Get a trip code. I'm not up to date with their tactics or the internet since I have been out of the loop since the 90s. So yeah, do you have any info on Georgia and Atlanta? That's where Adult Swim is put, where it's at. So he says from last night, FOP, friends of pedophile, protect them at high levels, grant them prestige by association, points at functions and parties, opens doors for them, makes connections for them. Pedo enabler. These will mostly be women. They associate with the pedo, usually in public and online, drawing him friends and allies, and helping brainwash the public into what is hoped to be the future pedophilia acceptance. They invite the pedo to run to their runway appearances, parties, concerts, and foundations. There will be many famous female names in this category. Pedo resourcer. These names will surprise you. They are not celebrities to you, but they are to our side. Content officers, vice presidents of production, vice presidents, of acquisitions and development departments, network executives. They are the most powerful, important names beneath politicians' names that we can give you. If interested, your task here will be to find non-pedo related but ugly, ugly dirt on these people, or to help expose the dirt on them we bring you. Most of this dirt will not be pedophilic, but some of it will. The goal is to discredit and remove this list of people because these are the ones who party with pedos and directly put their CP films and TV shows on air, such as Steven Universe, Super Drag, Desire, and more. Netflix is for one full such a people. Netflix is for one full of such people. Absolutely. Why do you think Obama and those people got on it? Obama and his wife. This may be blurry, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in. So let's check and see. Oh, we're good. This place in Hollywood ruined me, man. It really has. The reason I never liked posting on poll or visiting much was because I would always start raging, then crying. Crying because when I see that spammer who posts all those links and ritual abuse and Satanism, I know it's real. I've been around these people. All Satanism, and I know it's real. Sorry. I've been around these people, all these celebrities, news anchors, journalists, billionaires, bankers, CEOs, politicians, who put a smile on TV, then turn around to partake in the worst evil degeneracy possible. It hurts so effing much, man. I'm in tears right now. It hurts so much that DC, LA, and New York are the Sodom and Gomorrah and run the USA. It hurts so much watching all these people come into the business with bright eyes, lovely huge smiles, great spirits, then leave either corrupted or broken dead shells of themselves. I've seen so many kids, and it hurts because I'm a father and a grandfather, come into this business and be tossed around like a piece of meat for these hyenas. I've seen so many people off themselves because they couldn't take it. They couldn't take partaking and seeing so much evil. Imagine how much you have to see that you off yourself, even though you seem to be living a great life. I know that the people in the power positions have to be somewhat corrupt, but man, when is enough enough? You know what I mean, fellas. I am spiritually dead inside. I don't even know why I'm alive. So much evil going on in this world, and I know it's always happened and humanity has flaws, but still, everybody, maybe this life is really hell or purgatory at least. No, it's not. It's just been taken over. So we'll go here. So we'll say the gay Jewish mafia of Hollywood uses local California Mexican mafia cells for low-level wet work, getting rid of prostitutes. Hero Buff did not die from alcohol poisoning. I don't know who that is. He got whacked because in prison a brother showed him the protocols of Elder Zion, Mein Kampf, 200 Years Together, and other related works, and Hero Buff became woke. Hero Buff was the original link between the Van Ness St. Hollywood operators and the LA EME. Hero Buff went against the grain and was dusted for it. We go down here. The Black Mexican War did not happen because of racism or more drugs. Mexican and black brothers in jail were getting woke on the JQ and started to spread truth literally among the gangsters in the late 60s, early 70s. The Jews released just how woke my people were becoming and started to F with our neighborhoods. The original upper echelon of the gang started to get dusted in the 70s after they corrupted our youth. Since then, it's gone downhill. The plan started in the 60s after the CIA started working with Berkeley and other universities, socially, psychology, and other professors in order to bring down the black and brown community to keep the country divided among racial and cultural lines to the point of hatred. The plan was to destabilize us so we wouldn't deviate from political thought control. Makes sense to me. Let's continue. Went through that. Just did that one. Let's check it. Back in the 80s, the ports, especially Benicia, were used to bring in third worlders. The original cover was human smuggling. Benicia was a pedo paradise. After they got them off in the ports and vehicle would pick up the illegals. Kids and adults smuggled to service the local elite, aka Hollywood, and smuggle them into Benicia or into San Francisco or the LA ports and drive them as far as Las Vegas. After that, they'd be coerced into silence or executed. The kids would usually stay quiet while the adults would get executed. Dr. O'Rourke, who died in 2012, was the doctor who would bring in shady doctors to do contract work. Please look into him. So please look into Dr. O'Rourke, Orourke. Lucio Fulci was a connoisseur of real snuff films made by foreigners and Americans. He, along with other buddies, would pay up to 100 big ones for snuff films to Manuel Noriega, and other Noriega would use his death squads to make the films, which were then smuggled into the USA for them. Funny how the DOJ never brought charges against him for that. This is one of Hollywood's biggest secrets. Effing directors. Lucio was just the front man paying for this crap. Snuff and CP, child pedophilia. F all directors. Officials are paid off as ports to not inspect certain containers of the Hollywood elite. The officials that are paid off at the ports. In LA, port ships containers are used to hold rape, torture, kill dungeons that are then shipped to SEA. I'm not sure what that means in Saudi Arabia to be disposed of. The Chinese used to do this, but ever since their economic boom, they wanted to take over Hollywood and stop being the stooges. American companies are contracted to bring them back to Saudi Arabia. I guess that's what that means. While SEA and SA companies are used to bring them into the USA. They are breaking regulations every effing day, but they are not touched. Sanctium in Hollywood is used as a front for kitty diddling and worldwide human smuggling. Please look into that. I already went over that part. So we could check this. It's the most effing disgusting organization you will ever encounter. They have sex dungeons in LA, USA, Moscow, Tokyo, Dubai, Lagos, Bogota, Rio de Janeiro, Chicago, New York, Monterrey, Mexico. So yeah, this place is huge. It's way bigger than the Nexium. European royals, rich Arabs, Chinese expats, Hollywood elite politicians are all part of SNCTM. Insane, right? Insane. Let's keep going. Push forward. Guys, look into Sanctium, please. Alicia Diaz Gonzalez from Monterrey, Mexico was not killed by drug cartels, but by the effing Texas oil barons and Hollywood elites. She had received anonymous, no idea how, information exposing both the Sanctium membership and how Laredo and Del Rio Leos were working with the Mexican cartels to smuggle kids into San Antonio. Huge IC and elite presence in Austin, lefty fag capital. She went to El Debate newspapers, but they betrayed her. They talked to a certain Hollywood kingmaker and a certain Texas politician, and she's gone. Yeah, so here we go. In the 80s, after the Cuban government let Cubans leave for their country, a lot of Jews smuggled out babies and teenagers into Florida for old Jews and pedos. No BS. They'd pay off custom to smuggle in babies, teens, or to take private boats into private residencies. At the clubs in Miami, old Jews and pedos would openly brag about this. The Button, the Backstreets, the Limelight in Florida, and in the 1980s were all elite hangouts. The worst of the worst, drugs and sex. Absolutely. Guys, I know there's a lot of slang in this stuff. There's a lot of racist stuff, but I did not write this. I'm just telling you, I'm not writing this. I'm not saying this stuff. So I'm just, keeping my name out of this. Oh yeah, so the worst were drug, sex, rape, adult, teens, kids. Nobody was safe and out of the reach. So crazy stuff. Yes, you're getting here. The elites are accusing Trump of what they are guilty of. Exactly. This is projection. This is pointing the finger. This is what they do. This is any time that they point the finger at somebody, just follow it, right? Follow what they're doing. I mean, it just points the finger at themselves. So look into SNCTM. SNCTM. Check out that stuff. And do I have anything else to go over? What's my time limit here? Yeah, we're done. This is too long. So I'm going to do another podcast hopefully today. I know this was fast, but if you enjoyed it and you found it informative, please subscribe. Please give me a like on this video. The more likes I get, the more it'll get pushed into a different algorithm, which more people will be able to view, and we can spread the word and expose these creeps. Also, I have a Patreon account if you would care to donate. All donations will go to merch. I will pay for the shipping, and I'll pay for the shipping just for my Patreon subscribers. Also, please follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. I know this was rushed, guys, but it's just so much information. I try to keep it around 30 minutes for you all. I am actually, one real quick thing. If any of you know anything about AdSense, that is how to get paid through Google, I am at a crossroads. I'm about 99.9% done with it. I need one thing to get resolved, and then I can get my money from all these videos that I desperately need to do this merch. So please help me and to expand the quality of this channel. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Please have a wonderful Sunday. Take care of one another, love one another, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye.